There we go. Wait a minute.
Can can you hear me?
Ah, now I can hear you.
Yay!
Excellent. Perfect. How's it going, Brigham?
Pretty good. How are you, Vandy?
Doing good. All right, how's your voice feeling?
Decent. Today was pretty hectic at work. Um,
Got it.
so
Okay.
mm,
That happens. So how
yeah,
is the voice feeling?
not not too bad.
Okay.
Sometimes when my voice is a little bit after like a long day, sometimes I feel
Yeah.
like I can use it in a different sort of way. I don't know.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, but like sometimes it's just really sore at the end of the day. But then there are other times where
Yeah.
it's like my main register is just kind of worn out, but like the rest of the day, but it feels like I can just kind of rest
Okay.
in like a lower.
So it feels like it's okay today. Like, because I
Yeah,
know some days you've been like, oh, today is kind of a
it's like
rough
I can't
day.
talk
Kind of get hold
today.
of some
Just
talks.
like
Yeah. Okay, good. I'm glad it's feeling good. And then what would you say is your main goal for today? If you were going to pick a specific intention for today's lesson or something in particular you want us to focus on, what would that be?
hmm, I really need to start thinking of these beforehand.
Oh,
Um,
it's okay.
well, I did finish recording the introduction. I need to go through
Nice.
and do some noise canceling, get rid of all the,
Ah, yeah.
you
Okay,
know,
so some of the edits. All right, so
yeah.
with your editing, do you feel like you're pretty solid on that, or do you need some guidance on any of that? Are you feeling pretty secure, like you know what to do with that?
I feel like I am good with getting rid of, sounds that I don't want or,
Okay,
background stuff. Uh,
yeah.
Volume and consistency and the standards for ACX or whatever, whatever. Um, I'm not as solid on.
Sure.
Um, so that I think that is one thing where I could use a little bit of help.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead then, and I want you to pick a section, maybe a paragraph that we're going to work on.
Okay.
If you want, you can paste it into the chat, or you can just tell me and I can pull up the PDF as well.
Okay. Yeah. I'm This is funny. I actually am more familiar with Zoom than I ever was with Take Lessons.
Oh, you're like, oh, I feel comfortable here. That's
Yeah.
great. Yeah, I thought about different platforms, but I feel like Zoom is one that a lot of people are familiar with, so it's just an easier one. So
Yeah.
that's
I
why I
feel
was
like
like,
everyone
well,
just
just
kind of got used to it
yeah.
after COVID.
Yeah. Alrighty, so we've got our paragraph in here. Okay, so for this paragraph, what is our main topic? Who is our target audience? And what kind of tone do we feel like we want to have here?
So our target audience are people who are obviously wanting to, um, I guess, uh, improve their own well-being um, through this idea of radiant living, which is kind of um, which is something that a term that they've probably heard before and are familiar with,
Mhm.
um, and they're just looking to see how they can learn about it and use it to implement, to improve their lives.
Mhm.
Um, this is the first bullet point in the introduction. So this is so it's like right after just like the basically the this is Radiant Living. Oh, welcome.
Yeah.
Um, um, here are so like okay, so Radiant Living is a lot of different things. Here's the first big thing about what Radiant Living is.
hmm
Um, so it's the first kind of adjustment into beginning to teach.
Yeah.
Um, but it's also still, you know, establishing that tone of being warm, almost a little bit conversational, um, or at least just a tone that's a more friendly and warm to that idea of self-help and improvement.
Yeah. Awesome. Good. So then if you were going to identify vocally, what do people do with their voice when they're doing this style of reading? What do you hear usually?
I think that they try to sound direct like a teacher.
hmm
Um, Make sure that it's very clear that the sentences, you know, are phrased in a way that makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, and while also, but still also making sure that the reader is engaged. Um,
hmm
and, speaking in a very human sort of way, like you're not reading something, but like you're actually giving them a lesson on something.
Yeah. hmm
And it's trying to be relatable. Um, I feel like is
hmm
the tone that people would usually go for with this. So one that's instructional, primarily instructional, while also being uh, engaging and relatable.
Yeah. Okay, good. Awesome. All right. So then let's go ahead and try reading through the paragraph once and just see how you do.
Okay. Holistic health and wellness. Radiant living is often associated with a holistic approach to health and wellness. It encompasses practices and lifestyle choices that promote physical, mental, and emotional well being. This may include a balanced diet, regular exercise, mindfulness, and stress management.
Nice. Okay, good. All right. So what did you like about that?
Um, I feel like it was direct, like it was very clear, understandable, instructional.
I agree.
And I mean, I feel like it did sound friendly
Yeah,
and
I
warm.
think so.
It it still has kind of that sound of I'm reading this, I think.
Yeah.
Um, so that's definitely, I think, one of the things that I would improve. But
Mhm.
but yeah.
Okay. All right. So then let's go ahead and try it again and just focus on that one thing.
Okay. Holistic health and wellness. Radiant living is often associated with a holistic approach to health and wellness. It encompasses practices and lifestyle choices that promote physical, mental, and emotional well being. This may include a balanced diet, regular exercise, mindfulness, and stress management.
Okay, good. Yeah, I think it's clear. I like that you're observing all the punctuation, the phrasing is there. Um, I'd love it to be just a tiny bit more uplifting or encouraging feeling. And
Okay.
another thing that I'd love to hear a little bit more of is the strong points of view, particularly when you have a list, physical,
The
mental, and emotional well-being.
Yeah,
Having it
yeah.
change where it doesn't sound the same when it's a list changing each time. Try that again.
Okay. Holistic health and wellness. Radiant living is often associated with a holistic approach to health and wellness. It encompasses practices and lifestyle choices that promote physical, mental, and emotional well being. This may include a balanced diet, regular exercise, mindfulness, and stress management.
Okay, good. How did that feel?
Better, definitely better.
Yeah, I like it better. All right, so I definitely thought that was better. Who's maybe a person that you can think of that would do this reading really well? maybe someone who is a narrator, maybe somebody who is an actor, maybe someone you know that has a voice that you're like, ah, they would do great at this.
I immediately think of my pediatrician from when I was growing up.
Oh,
Um,
cool.
he used to, because not only was he a pediatrician, but he released a lot of instructional tapes at the time,
Okay.
that for parents to use with their
Yeah.
kid, and
Okay.
talking about you know maturation and stuff like that. And he
Mm-hmm.
had this very and he was very he would it was very instructional, but like he had this he was like a just the cutest little old man. Um, and you could tell that he was doing it all with a smile on his face, and
Yeah.
that it was actually coming from his heart, like in that
Right. That
reading
he
it.
genuinely cares about what he's saying and wants to
Yeah,
help you.
yeah,
Hmm.
and that it's like he knew what he was talking about. He wasn't just reading it from somewhere. It's like you could tell that he was talking from his own expertise. So
Hmm. Nice. Yeah, that it felt authentic and
yes,
natural and real, not like he was reading off of a script. It was like, okay, this is the authentic,
yeah,
me,
yeah,
genuine,
yeah,
genuine connection. Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Which I'm sure
awesome.
he was reading it, but like but he was the one who like wrote it.
But
So like,
yeah, and it flowed very naturally and felt genuine and felt like he truly wanted to connect with you and had real advice and
mhm,
insight to give you that he meant in a really positive, nurturing way. So we
yeah,
want to go for that same kind of genuine quality. So,
yeah.
if you were going to talk to somebody about something that you truly thought would help them, what is something that you would talk about that you'd be like, I think this would be really helpful to you. I'd love to share this with you. Like maybe you have a sibling who really needs a new car because theirs has just completely gone kaput. Maybe their engine blew, And you're like, hey, I know it's real tough right now. Here's my advice on how you can maybe you find a new car or like, I can maybe help you or something like you notice that your best friend, they had an accident and went to PT and now they're like getting back at it and you're like super passionate about them, getting healthy and strong again. So you're like, "Hey, let's go to the gym together and I'm going to be your gym buddy and we're going to get you back to, fighting fitness, right?"
Yeah.
And just something that you could if you think of if you truly were nurturing somebody, so maybe like a small child that you're teaching something to, or like I just got a puppy, so I can think about Toji and teaching him important things like, hey, we don't do this because it's dangerous and scary. And hey, we do this because it's good and we don't want pee on the floor or whatever, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, being like, yeah, biting is ow. It's not fun and it's not playful and it's not good. No. But yes,
Mhm.
paw is good. That's okay, right? So being very nurturing and kind and thoughtful in those ways. Think of a time in life when you would do that. Think about that feeling you would have in that situation, and then try to read this with that same kind of affect.
Okay. I'm just making a note here. So like read it as if
Hmm.
I'm talking to someone I know.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. If you picture someone that you know and love and care about, that can help a lot.
Okay. Great. That's again. Holistic health and wellness. Radiant living is often associated with a holistic approach to health and wellness. It encompasses practices and lifestyle choices that promote physical, mental, and emotional well being. This may include a balanced diet, regular exercise, mindfulness, and stress management.
Nice. Good. All right. How did that feel that time through?
Maybe a little too conversationally,
Okay. So you
but
felt like it needs maybe just a little bit more of like an enthusiasm or a formality to it. So So let's think of maybe, so with the doctor idea, they're a professional, but they are someone who genuinely cares. If you were a teacher, if you're a museum tour guide, these are all people that are there on purpose trying to help you, right?
Yeah,
And they do genuinely care, hopefully.
yeah. Most of the time.
So, yeah. So think about that balance of kind of a caring profession or a service profession, someone who's there with the intent of, I'm here to help you. I want to share this with you. Yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Try it again.
Holistic health and wellness. Radiant living is often associated with a holistic approach to health and wellness. It encompasses practices and lifestyle choices that promote physical, mental, and emotional well being. This may include a balanced diet, regular exercise, mindfulness, and stress management.
Nice. Okay, good. How did that feel? What did you like about it?
I feel like that was like I took a little bit of a step back, made it a little bit more professional.
Okay,
Um,
yeah.
um, but like I don't know, I still felt like it leaned more on personal than you know formal.
Mhm.
Um, uh, but it definitely felt better than the one before.
Yeah. So it's just finding that balance, right? It's finding where does it feel like it's that optimal balance? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. I think too, you might have times with this particular book that maybe feel more enthusiastic, like maybe if you were, really excited about something, and then you might have moments that are more concerned. You might have moments that are very compassionate. You could have moments that are encouraging. You can have moments that are more instructional. So it can change, but having just kind of the general overall feel, I think is important here. And I would say this part is a little more informative,
Mhm.
so it's a little more informative, instructional. So just being, excited to be here, excited to share these things. This is kind of an intro into that, section. So, so I probably would do this part just a teensy bit more enthusiastic, like, hey guys, let's dive in, a kind of
Yeah.
a vibe. So
Yeah.
let's try that with this section.
Okay. Holistic health and wellness. Radiant living is often associated with a holistic approach to health and wellness. It encompasses practices and lifestyle choices that promote physical, mental, and emotional well being. This may include a balanced diet, regular exercise, mindfulness, and stress management.
Okay, yeah, love it. I think that's perfect. I think it sounds great. I think it flows well. It's friendly, it's engaging. It's what I would want to hear. So why don't we find another section? Do you want to just keep going from here, or do you want to maybe jump to a different part that you feel like is pretty contrasting? We can do whatever section you want to do next.
Um, let's try. hmm, let's try the last paragraph.
Okay, let's do it. Of the chapter or the whole book?
Of the whole book. No, just of the
Okay,
introduction.
great. Let's do it.
I feel like it just kind of ties in a lot of the subjects that
Yeah,
were mentioned.
wraps
It
it
also,
all up.
yeah, while also addressing what this book is.
Mhm. Okay, let's
Okay.
do it. That kind of summarizing
Mhm.
chunk. Got it.
Yeah. Radiant Living, Embracing Your Potential, aims to guide readers on a transformative journey toward a life filled with purpose, fulfillment, and well being. The book is designed to inspire individuals to recognize and harness their inherent potential leading to a holistic and radiant lifestyle. It explores the principles of self discovery, positive mindset, goal setting, and personal growth as essential components in pursuing one's true capabilities.
Nice. Okay. So for this, it is that kind of summarizing, finishing up, wrapping up this section. So, what kind of energy do you feel like we should have there?
Maybe getting readers excited
Okay,
um,
getting them excited.
for what they're about to
Hmm.
begin.
Being like, yeah, guys, let's do it. Yeah.
Yeah,
So kind of wrapping everything up. I also think because it is summarizing what you've already said, that it can just be kind of like boom, 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 like informational, just like bullet points, just
yeah,
strong declarations of this. Um, and then, like you were saying, just being really enthusiastic and excited about diving in and getting into the nitty gritty, getting to more information rather than, this here's what you're going to be looking forward to. Now it's like, all right, let's do it. you know?
yeah.
Yeah, good. So let's go ahead and go ahead and read that again with more of that enthusiasm.
Radiant Living, Embracing Your Potential, aims to guide readers on a transformative journey toward a life filled with purpose, fulfillment, and well being. The book is designed to inspire individuals to recognize and harness their inherent potential, leading to a holistic and radiant lifestyle. It explores the principles of self discovery, positive mindset, goal setting, and personal growth as essential components in pursuing one's true capabilities.
Nice. Yeah.
That one
I
wasn't
also,
as good.
well, I thought there were some really nice moments in there. For instance, true capabilities. I really liked the emphasis on important words. And I also thought that you had moments where it came across with a little different kind of insight than the time before, which I don't think is a bad thing. It just kind of gave a different perspective. So think a little bit more about what are my most important words in each phrase, and then kind of spotlighting them, highlighting them, emphasizing them a bit more, accenting them a bit more, drawing focus to those key words for each phrase. Can we try that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Radiant Living, Embracing Your Potential, aims to guide readers on a transformative journey toward a life filled with purpose, fulfillment, and well being. The book is designed to inspire individuals to recognize and harness their inherent potential, leading to a holistic and radiant lifestyle. It explores the principles of self discovery, positive mindset, goal setting, and personal growth as essential components in pursuing one's true capabilities.
Nice. Good. Essential. I thought that there was a little bit more pitch variation there. I I felt like you warmed up into that though. Like at the beginning,
It
it
was a
was
little
a
stiff
little
at the
more
beginning.
level, and then
Yeah.
and it actually felt a little bit like the phrases would start and then kind of go down and then start and then go down. And I thought you might kind of get stuck in that pattern, but then it started varying more and you had more of those peaks and valleys, highs and lows, which I thought worked really nicely. So I'd love to hear more of that throughout. And I do
Mhm.
think that you can be intentional about using the highs and lows expressively, but it just felt kind of like you were in a pattern right at the beginning, and
Yeah.
then you noticed and then adjusted.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, a little more of that pitch variation. I think you also can, with that in mind, play with some pacing variation as well, maybe
I, I did kind of
pauses.
I did kind of go through that a little fast that time. So
Yeah.
yeah.
If it's a comma, you can pause more briefly. If it's a period, pause a little bit longer. If it's an exclamation point or a question mark, kind of scooping on the question or, really accenting on the exclamation point.
Yeah.
So watching that a little bit more, pacing can be varied a bit more, and the pitch can be varied a bit more. So let's try that.
Cool. Awesome. Radiant Living, Embracing Your Potential, aims to guide readers on a transformative journey toward a life filled with purpose, fulfillment, and well being. The book is designed to inspire individuals to recognize and harness their inherent potential, leading to a holistic and radiant lifestyle. It explores the principles of self discovery, positive mindset, goal setting, and personal growth as essential components in pursuing one's true capabilities.
Nice. What did you think of that take?
A bit better. I could have, I still kind of went through it kind of fast.
Okay, well, that's all right. I mean, I think that it's a book that is pretty encouraging overall. And if something is more motivational, maybe it is a little bit faster.
Hmm.
I don't think it necessarily is a bad thing.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
could still probably just watch the pacing a little bit more though.
Okay, sure. Let's try it again and this time be deliberately slower.
Okay. Radiant Living, Embracing Your Potential, aims to guide readers on a transformative journey toward a life filled with purpose, fulfillment, and well being. The book is designed to inspire individuals to recognize and harness their inherent potential, leading to a holistic and radiant lifestyle. It explores the principles of self discovery, positive mindset, goal setting, and personal growth as essential components in pursuing one's true capabilities.
Nice. All right. Good. Do you like that pace a little better?
A bit better, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I could find a little bit of an in between.
So I would say traditionally, people have said in the past to go a little bit slower. I am seeing a trend in narration jobs towards going a little bit faster. So in the past, being very deliberately clear and slower, pacing it a little bit more at ease. And then now I see a lot more of people, it's just a trend I'm noticing both with students and my work that and like talking to other people in the industry as well, that they are kind of trending towards a little bit of a faster speed.
Mhm.
In commercial work, that's very normal, but in narration, historically, they've asked for a little bit slower of a pace. I would say one thing that helps to maintain the slow speed is making sure you always have a clear final consonant on every word. So,
Mhm.
Mary had a little lamb. It just automatically makes you slow down. So it explores the principles of self-discovery, positive mindset, goal setting, and personal growth as essential components in pursuing one's true capabilities. If I make sure that I do every final sound of each word, it automatically slows it down. If I
Yeah,
exaggerate it too much, it starts to feel robotic,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
But if you think of that, make sure every final consonant sound is clear,
yeah,
then it can kind of slow you down a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which I have noticed in the past while, editing, things that I've done. It's just like
Hmm.
you notice where, like if you're talking normally, the consonants that you usually cut off and
Yeah.
that it doesn't sound as good when you're narrating.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, okay. That definitely helps.
Good. All right. But yeah, I am seeing it trend towards being a little bit faster now. So maybe that will work in your favor. My default is fast as well. So
Yeah, yeah.
I did a job recently where they just kept being like faster, faster, faster. And I was like, you got it. I was like, man, I was trying to slow myself down. I was like, I am
It's like
your
reading
gal.
the little medical disclaimer at the end of a commercial. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, too, they can speed it up.
Yeah.
Some speeding up effects will raise the pitch, though, and some slowing down effects will lower the pitch. But there are
Yeah.
some plugins that will not. So they can just fix it in post, but people hate
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah. Yeah.
don't
Yeah. I
say
try
that
to
to
avoid
people.
that.
I'll say it
Yeah.
jokingly to like a film friend, and he's like, no. Jake is just like, no. No
Yeah.
fixing in post. No.
It's not this magical place
He's
where
like,
everything is
no. Or I'll like mention, I'll be like, well, you could just do it in front of a green screen. And I'm just like messing with him. He's just like, Vandy. He's like, no.
drives them crazy.
Yeah, I purposely say things that he's just like, uh-uh.
That seems like something that would bug a film
Yeah.
person. Yeah.
Hmm. Yep. All right. So then let's go ahead and try another paragraph. So maybe leaving behind that introduction, let's go to a part that's a little more like meaty, informative.
So like in the actual,
Yeah, like go on to a chapter that
uh,
has more going on in it.
I haven't done any of the rest of them. I've only done the introduction. Okay. Um, okay. Let's do this one in the next chapter. Okay. Okay. Understanding your true self is a fundamental aspect of personal development and self-awareness. It involves exploring your values, beliefs, emotions, and motivations to gain a deeper insight into who you are at your core. Here are some strategies to help you understand your true self.
Okay, good. All right. So when you have an introductory line or like a bullet point, make sure it sounds like it's like a big bold, like chapter
Very much.
one, pause,
Yeah.
kind of a feeling. Um,
Or here are some
and
strategies.
then have
So
moments
this,
that feel more conversational and flowing. And then if it is like a list, make sure you separate more. Um, so just a little more contrast with titles and the flowing, like this is a connected thought kind of moments. Yeah?
yeah,
Can we try that
yeah,
again?
sure.
Okay.
Understanding your true self is a fundamental aspect of personal development and self-awareness. It involves exploring your values, beliefs, emotions, and motivations to gain a deeper insight into who you are at your core. Here are some strategies to help you understand your true self.
Okay. Nice. Good. All right. I felt like that was better. What did you like about it?
I I felt like it did. I felt like I kind of settled into a good balance between the whole, professional and
Sure.
conversational.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was expressive still
Yeah.
uh, while still not sounding like I'm just, chit-chatting.
Uh-huh.
Um, and I feel like I made it very clear when that I'm about to go into a list.
Yeah. I liked that moment. That was really good. Yeah. Good. I definitely thought it was better. All right. So,
Yay.
so far, what are some of your key takeaways from this?
From all these or just
Hmm.
from this one or
Yeah.
um I think one of the biggest ones is pretend like I'm talking to someone that I know.
Hmm.
Um and um how I would record something maybe professionally for them.
Hmm.
Um so to find that I think balance of professionalism versus being warm and conversational and also
Yeah.
enthusiastic
Love it.
and authentic. Um,
Hmm.
I I I noticed that depending on like what kind of approach I was taking, I almost kind of imagined myself talking to someone different. Like
Yeah.
whenever I had to be instructional, I imagined that I was talking kind of to my niece, almost in a way.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like so it's like
Nice.
sometimes you can talk a little bit more formally to kids
Hmm.
because just to make sure you get your point across, but you're still very warm. Um,
Yeah, for sure. I love that.
um, Yeah. And
So
then,
personalizing it by actually imagining that you're talking to a person you know.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
And
Nice.
then, just not being afraid to play with the highs and lows, the
Yeah.
range,
Hmm.
and um, to use it to my advantage.
Hmm.
I'd say those
Good.
are probably the biggest things.
Love it. Okay. Those are really good takeaways. So, what's going to be your goal then this week? Your priorities through the week? What are you going to set as an intention for yourself this week with your practice?
Well, I'm going to re-listen to my
Okay.
to the introduction that I
Hmm.
recorded.
Yeah.
I think maybe with those things in mind, see if there's anything that where I'm like, that I'm gonna try that again and maybe do some
Hmm.
do-overs. Um, and then maybe, well, and then I also edit it and get it to the right settings and
Hmm.
levels that ACX likes.
Yeah.
Um,
Fair. Yeah. They're
yeah,
very strict.
yeah, yeah,
More
very
so than
specific.
most other people that you'll work with.
Yeah, yeah, very specific. But
Yeah.
otherwise, after that, I think I might actually start to look ahead into the next chapters and start, you know, at least familiarizing myself with them. Um, so that when I do end up begin recording them, they're not like brand new, you know.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, good. And then if there's ever a recording you want me to listen to and check, just let me know. I'm happy to. You can send it to me in an email and I'll take a listen, okay?
Okay, we'll
All right,
do.
great. Awesome. So then we can meet then. I think we're doing every other week, so I'll see you in 2 weeks. Yeah,
Yes.
whatever day that
Uh,
is.
the
The
fourth.
4th? Okay. All right, I'll see you on the 4th.
Perfect. Awesome.
All right,
Sweet.
great
Thank you so
work
much,
today,
Mandy.
Brigham. Keep up the good
Thank
work.
you so much.
I'll see you
Thank
soon.
you. See
Bye.
ya.